Hello and welcome to the Ingles table. My name is Susan Murray and I'm delighted that you're here. Today we're going to make some delicious dishes together. Here at the Carolina Bed and Breakfast, our philosophy is simple. Food should be fresh, flavorful, innovative, attractive, and made with love, which is why we've partnered with Ingles to bring you these recipes. In my cookbooks, I've shared some of my favorites from a life lived abroad. And today we're looking at recipes that our guests here at the B&B absolutely love. I think you will too. Now, let's get cooking. Hi, I just got back from Ingles, and today I want to show you how to make a blueberry compote. A compote is actually any kind of fruit that's cooked in a syrup, and it makes a wonderful topping to go on pancakes, waffles. You can even use it with things like yogurt. It's a great way to get some fruit into your family. Now, this particular compote uses some unusual flavors, but one of the things I like most about it are the fresh blueberries, which you can pick up at Ingles. These are local North Carolina blueberries. And it's so easy. Here we go. We're going to start with 2/3 of a cup of water. And we're going to add 1 cup of sugar. And give that a good stir to start that sugar melting. And then we're going to put in the blueberries. Now, you know, there's lots of places you can get blueberries around here. People like to go out in the mountains and pick them. But as I said, it's always easy to go to Ingles and get the vegetables and fruits that you need. Now, what makes this blueberry compote unique is some of the flavorings we're going to put into it. I own the Carolina Bed and Breakfast over in Montford in Asheville, and here we use a lot of fresh herbs, and I like to grow them out in the garden. So I'm pairing this blueberry compote with some balsamic vinegar and some ground thyme. Here we have 2 to 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, which is going to thicken the compote. I'm going to pour the balsamic vinegar in, and this will make a paste. If you just toss the cornstarch directly into the compote, you're going to end up with lumps. So by making a nice thick paste like this, which gets all those lumps out, and putting that into the heating water and blueberries here, the lumps won't occur. So we've got a nice thick paste like that. We're just going to stick that in, and that's going to thicken our compote so that we don't have to cook it down and get rid of the great blueberries there. So we're going to turn this heat up a little bit and start it cooking. And as it cooks, the cornstarch will disappear into the liquid, and it kind of looks like a light dirty brown. You'll know it's done when that disappears, because when the cornstarch starts to cook, 2 things happen. The blueberries will break down and the cornstarch will become clear, so that you'll go back to seeing that lovely blueberry color again. So we're going to give this a quick stir, and then I'm going to let it cook for a minute, and we'll be right back. So I've let this cook for a bit, and you can see that it's starting to boil. The blueberries are starting to break down, and you can also see that the color is starting to change. It's getting back to that beautiful blue color. So now I'm going to add about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of ground thyme. This is a very strong way of using thyme. A lot of the time you would use fresh leaves like this, but I find that this works better for the compote. So as it boils up, the color changes, and it will start to thicken. You can see it's starting to thicken here. There we go. So that's looking good like that. Now, this is where you can stop and put that in the refrigerator, and it will stay good for quite a while. It will stay good for, up to a week or more in the refrigerator. When you're ready to serve it, just bring it out, bring it up to hot, and then what I like to do is just add 1 more cup of fresh blueberries. These blueberries, you can see, have broken down quite a bit. But the fresh blueberries will go in, and they'll give that pop of flavor and crunch that will make it really wonderful when you serve it on your French toast. We're out of time for today, but I want to thank you so much for joining us here at the Ingles table. Remember, you can find the full recipe and ingredients right underneath the video player. Until next time, I'll see you online.